Welcome back to Boomer's Playground, and today we're going to be going over section 217, arrow functions, the basics. So if you guys remember, in the previous lecture at the end I said you guys were kind of learning the OG way of writing functions and that we're going to write them differently. This is what I was referring to was arrow functions. When you... The path is going to be you're going to learn JavaScript, you're going to get good with JavaScript, and then you're going to pick a framework. React, Svelte, Vue, doesn't really matter. You will use arrow functions in those frameworks, and that's really why you'll write them more than anything else. So this is just another way to write a function. It's kind of the same exact way, except we write whatever the name of the function is equals, then you have your opening and closing parens with any parameters you need, followed by the equals sign and a right bracket. So that's the arrow, and then the code. So here you'll see this was the old way of doing a function declaration. And then this is a more concrete example. So here, so this right there in arrow function form is this. And now a couple things to keep in mind here is if you do it in line like this, this automatically returns this value, but you can only do it for like one thing. So a lot of times you'll see this, but a lot of times you'll actually write more code than that. And so here, just another example of that, double. If you only have one parameter, you don't need the parens. So this could easily be, so that's valid. That's valid. And that's valid. They're all the exact same thing. So these three are all the exact same. None are better than the others. When you have something super quick like this, usually you just write it like this, and a lot of times your company will have a linter that will fix all this crap up for you anyways when you actually like push it up to your version control. So if there are no arguments, parentheses are empty, but they must be present. So if you don't have any arguments or any parameters, you do need the parens, but if you have just one, you don't need them. If you have more than one, you need them. So the only time you don't need the parens around your parameters is if there's only one. Every other instance, you do need them. They can be used in the same way as the function expressions. And then here's kind of what I was talking about. So if you need to do multi-line stuff, which most of the time you will, you just have the open and closing brackets there. Nothing else really changes. You'll see we have two parameters, so we do need the parens there. Yeah, so this is just kind of the basics of it. Pretty straightforward. Arrow functions are just another easy way to do it. You don't need curly braces if it's if it's just one thing. So if you're just like multiplying or dividing or adding or whatever, you can just do it all in one line. It will it's called an implicit return. If you have multiple lines, you need the squigglies. And then for the parameters, you need the parens if it's not one. So if it's only one, you don't need the parens. If it's anything else, 0 or more than 1, you do need the parens. So here it's saying rewrite with arrow functions. All right, let's see if I even know what I'm doing with that. That's all right. So we'll do. So I do const. I'm not sure why this tutorial is using let for everything. this is a function. We're never going to change this function. Or if we do, we're going to change it in the code right here, not later on. So like I just use const. I'm not sure why. All right, so I think that'll do it. Oh, and I misspelled question, but so right there. But that's how you would this is how you would rewrite it into a arrow function. And oh, well, I did the wrong one. I did this one up here, not these. So this is how you would do these in the arrow function there, which cleans it up quite a bit. Looks pretty nice. You wouldn't even do this anyways, but again, this is more for example than anything else. So that's arrow functions. This one was super short and sweet. At this point right now, it's just syntax is a little different. So I hope you guys learned something. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Discord link is in the description. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.